My full name is actually M. Muthukutti Solanna, alias Joseph. I was born 1959. 19 December 1959. I studied in La Salle School just nearby from the shop, just walking distance La Salle School. I went to Senawan in 1966. Finished there in 1973. Then I went to MBS school for Form 4 and Form 5 I did 1 year Form 6. Then I stopped. Then I started working 1978 I'm delivering newspapers already. Slowly the business was catching up. I was on my own. So I was about 19, 20 years old. Till today I'm delivering newspapers We are talking about 32 years Morning I wake up about 5:10 5:10 I wake up. Then normal brush teeth and all that. By 5:20 I'm out already. So I'm out. I take the papers from there. I bring it home. Then I start putting the inserts in If these people still haven't waken up yet, I just put in the inserts and then I start to deliver first round to the earlier places I went around the house. I just put a few papers. I come back. By 7 o'clock, I'll send my son to school. I'll take some papers along. I send him to school. I deliver around there and then I come back. Then take breakfast and then do the routine like I just did. By 8, I'll be back. After delivering that particular day, by 8, I'll be back. Then I'll tie one more round. I'll go to Srijaya, deliver all the houses. I come back. By 9, I'll take breakfast. And I take breakfast. Then I continue again. I go to few places in Dato Senu, then these flats. Then the last place I go to is Bandabaru. I finish all that. Then the banks, offices, schools all be open, on school days. The one all I have to cover. All that I do after breakfast because usually they'll open around 9:30. All that I deliver and then finish it usually by 11:30, 12 I'll finish. Then I go look around the shops, see how many papers are there. I come back. Then by 2 I'll pick up my son. Then I'll have lunch. And then usually about 3:30 I'll have a short nap until about 5:30. Then I have to pick up my daughter. 6:45 school finish. I'll pick up. Then that's it. I'm free. If they got tuition, I'll send them to tuition. Then I'll come and relax watch TV or something. I usually sleep around 1 o'clock I cannot sleep early. These people all will be watching some movies. Every day I'll watch a movie. That'll be about 10 o'clock after they go to sleep. I'll put the movie. I'll just watch. Then 1 o'clock I sleep. I throw what nothing.
It's a routine.
Like Saturday, Sundays means I'll sit with them, put a family viewing movie and we'll watch together. Wife, everybody. This one's strictly family viewing. If I watch there, it's different story. Star is okay lah. Star is number one paper actually. Sales is good. Star and Metro. But overall sales through Malaysia, Metro is the highest, number one. Metro sales is the highest lah. Second can Star lah. But once in Malay papers, Utusan Malaysia was the number one seller. Now no more lah. Down already. Utusan Malaysia and Britarian are down already. Cosmo is okay. Metro, Cosmo. So I am taking about daily about 60 star lah. 60 stars. Sunday I am taking 80. And Straight Times every day is about 50. Sunday about 60. Chinese papers every day is the same lah. Around 40 papers lah. All the 4 papers Nanyang, all included 40 papers lah around there. Every day the one same, no changes. Tamil paper every day, all 3 papers you will come to about 100. All 3 papers. But Sunday it will be about 250. Only Sunday lah. A lot of people who just buy on weekends lah. Tamil paper every day, Tamil paper they won't buy. Then what do you call Utusan Malaysia? Okay lah. Every day is about 30 like that. Sunday is 60. Cosmo every day about 40. Sunday is about 50 lah, around there lah. Because there will be unsold, like few. This and all I'll return really. Tomorrow morning I'll just give back and take new papers lah. That's it. When the papers were selling at $1, that time, early 90s or $1. Tamil paper was 80 cents. That time I used to make good money. Sales was very good. See, like World Cup or anything, any events, newspapers will be. Sales was very good. If public holiday means that day I have to take at least 3 times the amount I take on a normal day. It was that good. But today with television, internet, this, that, handphone, if World Cup means that entire month papers will be sold out. That good. Malay people are rushing. Today nobody. They know the result already. 3 a.m., 4 a.m., everything they can see. Even in handphone also they can see already. So it's not exactly they are waiting for the newspapers. Nowadays holiday business all is dead already. Like public holidays means it's worse than the normal day. Because most of them sometimes won't be in the house. Nobody there to buy. It's not like those days they'll be waiting. Holiday means they'll be waiting when the papers will come. And then a lot of those days 60s, 70s, provision shop all don't sell newspapers. Only news vendors will be selling. Shops all won't have newspapers. Very rare you can find shops selling newspapers. But today the Indian nationals and all that, these people have come in. They started giving to all these provision shops, to sell. They came in ready. They have, in fact, conquered the business. That means they bring in relations and all. They buy vans. They send by van lah. Got motorbike also in van. So they send to shops lah. See, my place itself, there are about 4-5 shops selling newspapers. Even these same places, about 20 years ago, there were no shops selling newspapers. When I was giving papers to my brother-in-law's house, nobody was selling around here. Only market there was one shop selling. So you see, people have to rely on us, to bring the newspapers. Now no more. You can just walk down and buy and come back home. So he feels I'm sometimes a bit late means he'll just go and buy and come, and then when I go there, he'll tell, I just bought already. It's so late you're coming. Something like that lah. So slowly, see now. Today it's not exactly a very profitable business lah. But I got into it. So at that time, height of time, I can earn about 3,000 to 4,000 a month. That time, 90s. That time. Because one paper you can make about, even that time, 20 cents. Now it's 30 cents. I can make one paper, but I cannot see the money because volume gone down already, sales gone down. That is a problem lah.
Enough for your family?
Yeah, but now a bit tough lah. There she's doing babysitting all 4 kids, so manage lah. Now it's can't even touch 3,000 nowadays. Now it's a bit tough lah. Children all big already. Magazines I was doing lah, but lately a bit slowed down already. Magazines are slowed down because all magazines now people also not much interested lah. Those days URTV, all this Galaxy now totally bad already. Those days we have the weekly paper, New Thrill or something. All the school children all will be rushing to buy. I mean, that one the government banned it already anyway. It's no more lah. And magazines also, you see URTV all those days were big sellers. Now hardly can sell 5 because the Malay is not interested in that kind of magazines all anymore already lah. Oh, the Metro and Cosmo, the number 1 tabloid form, and then they feel more comfortable lah reading it all. Utusan Malaysia is sometimes exaggeration lah. That is confirmed. Even when the Iraq, the 1992, the Gulf War, hardly one plane got shot down. They wrote 16 American planes got shot down and all that. And all this, they just exaggerate things like that. Because of the opposition lah, a lot of people stopped buying Utusan. Sometimes slippery, careful. நாளைக்குள்ள போடுற அன்னைக்கு வந்துச்சு. Generally my memory is good lah. My maths all I can do without the calculator, the writing, the counting all I can do by memory. It comes from watching too many movies lah. I can still remember those scenes, so that's a problem lah, remembering. Generally I picked up English well lah, and then Tamil songs. I never went to Tamil school, From those days my father used to sell in the bookshop Tamil lyrics for the movies, the songs. So in the 60s and 70s, that time all record one. So we won't buy record lah. Cassette all that time still haven't come yet lah. They got cartridge only. So the record time, the radio they on means the songs will be going. So I used to take the songbook, just follow the words. That's how I learned Tamil. Frankly, to read.
Because you study in the English school lah.
No Tamil one.
Then in the house you speak Tamil lah.
Tamil.
But cannot read lah and write. You're saying that's why you learn.
But I sent my children to Tamil classes lah, separately. Yeah, I didn't want them to lose out on that lah.
You're self-taught lah. So the movies.
You take Tamil paper. See, a lot of youngsters today cannot read, But I learned how to read through that, looking at the songbooks, the lyrics. Slowly I caught the words, then I know the language already. That's how. Writing I can do a bit lah, not perfect. Yeah, this one writing difficult, This place now earmarked for development lah. But this is one of the oldest pre-war railway houses, mostly. That side railway houses. These are all private houses. So it just demolished about 2 weeks ago lah, to pave way lah for development. My father, when he came down here in 1955, he was staying in one house just in front of that temple, the temple right there. He was staying there. No electricity, nothing. That was the earliest days lah. That's why I'm showing you this place. Just in front of the market, this area, this whole area. The railway houses, this are all private land. Up here is all the Malay land, They own the land, all these places. So
What year did the father come and stay there? Remember? Roughly?
about 1954-55 lah. Then he went back to India, he got married, then he came back here in 1957. The old days lah. Those days we used to walk here. In the late night, this area will be pitch dark, really dark, very dark. So evenings we used to walk here through. That's why I told you we used to walk and then go down to the mining field, the mine. The mine used to be over there lah. That whole place was mining land. And this place would look like a jungle, Night time you come, you'll get lost. Sometimes people are afraid to walk inside at night. Daytime, of course, it will be busy. Those days, Deepavali and Christmas, this whole area will be joyful, I mean, people around. It was entirely different atmosphere. Now, as you say, it's a concrete jungle. That's how life goes on.
No street lights, is it? That's why it's pitch dark.
Yeah, no street light. But now, late night there is there. Now there is. But those days, I'm talking about up to 80s lah. I think the temple also has to go lah. The Jananamblas all are going already. These people, because they took the deal they took the money to move. That's why they came and demolished. Some of them left the belongings also, certain things inside.
Are you cooking or your mother cooking?
My mother will cook. I just cut the vegetables.
You're the assistant.
What
What are you cooking today? What's your mother cooking today, you think?
She make tahu sambal and just vegetarian. And then she make dal.
Dal lah. Okay. So you don't go marketing with your mother?
Sometimes I go. If I got a lot of homework, I won't go.
Sentul pasar lah. Near what? But how you go? Walk?
Walk.
Walk's quite far, when you come back. Carry things. Go there, not far lah.
Go there not far.
So this flat got more Indian, more Chinese or more Malay, you think?
Chinese and Indian.
Both only. No Malay lah here.
Got
Very few
2, 3.
2 or 3 only. So Deepavali got many places to visit lah.
Normally we celebrate parents first, then we. The first day is with family.
So for Hari Raya, do the Malay family invite you all? Or no?
No,
Don't know
here
them.
Chinese and Indian only. Malay they won't talk.
They won't talk to you. Shy a bit like that.
Not to say shy, they working in the morning, they go, night they come.
The Chinese family here, they celebrate Chinese New Year. So a lot of firecrackers lah.
They will give Chinese New Year, they will give the what?
Ampao.
Ampao, the
Orange.
Orange like that.
So very busy lah this Chinese New Year.
Chinese New Year is not. Here got one house, there got one house. They got all very good. They will help each other.
You know them from before or what? From the old house? Or only here you meet them?
Old house.
Old house already know them lah. So today cannot cook rasam lah.
Can also. But normally, what festival day we cook dal like that.
Lentil lah, because vegetarian.
So, it will take place.
You miss the old house? You prefer this house better?
Ola.
How come? More convenient or what?
Not to say more convenient, but their neighbors all very good.
Here not much.
They will help each other. Here God, one or two only. Others all morning shouting like
Can hear, right? Just now this morning I heard somebody sound already.
the first law.
The sound here travels, huh?
So I never leave my children out. They're always inside.
But here got gado or not? You think big gado? Got sometimes, lah.
Sometimes.
But the mosque also nearby.
God, later got the guys like 16 years, 18 years on the fight.
Teenager.
But now
lah.
less already.
Less lah. Last time.
When I come here, I think 5-6 months. Here got one guy, police
Shot.
shot them.
Mati. Gang lah.
Gangster.
Because people always think of Sentul like that, right?
Yeah.
You don't know how to ride motorbike, is it? So everything must jalan.
Yeah.
Bicycle pun boleh lah, but too dangerous now.
Bicycle got those days are now.
Yeah, now the road so busy, yeah.
இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் என் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் நம்மள அப்படி ஷேர் பண்ணிக்குவோம் அங்க எடுத்துட்டு வருவாங்க நான்
What? Tunggu for breakfast, for lunch?
Recess time.
What time you come back?
I come back 5:45.
Like a normal school day, is it?
It's not for this, where is?
No, this is here, nothing.
There was just one lane of road going, that's it. One lane where all the bicycles are. Those days bicycles lah. All you can see is bicycles.
Okay. Rally
Then-
is it? Or mostly rally bicycle. Chopper.
No, these old man bicycles. All these people, railway people, all this was railway quarters.
Okay.
In front was a field. This Central Drive was an open field
Okay.
where all they will organize 7-a-side, football games, this, that, children's playground is open field. Then all this side here, behind, all were railway houses. Up till Pasala. Pasa and this side until the post office, everything, all railway houses. So, about 7 o'clock the siren will blow, That time the railway, the siren will blow. Very loud in fact.
Alright.
You are in any corner you can hear that siren. Once it blows, then you can see all the bicycles rushing, people rushing to
What's
work.
the purpose of the siren? To get people to wake up?
No, that's the railway working call lah.
Or means start coming to work.
By 7:30 they have to go there and punch the card. So 7 o'clock the first siren will blow. You can see people rushing. 7:15 the second one will blow. The last one 7:30. That's it. People must be inside to work. All bicycles. You can see cars, but very few. I used to play in that Datu Senu when I was young. It was a mining land. Mining, total mining, white sand. We used to catch tiger fish inside there. There's like pond, but tiger fish, rich in tiger fish. We used to go inside and catch. So my friends all used to go there. And that exact place, where later on when they covered it up, they made it into Rumah Panjang. Rumah Panjang, lot of Rumah Panjang wooden houses and all these Malays were living there, That was after 1969 lah. Then I started to deliver papers in the late 70s when I started around there. All ground houses in the bicycle I can cover. Actually movies I got into because like I said, I won't stay in the house lah for problems here there. So the next best place the cinema hall lah those days. Nothing else there. 80 cents ticket. 80 cents you can sit in front lah. Center $1.25. Behind 160. Upstairs $2.30. Subject to 5% only. I had a few ticket stubs, those days I kept. Odeon, most of the pictures I saw in Odeon in Ketil. Actually, I used to see Tamil pictures, when I was young. That means I was 10, 11 years old. Tamil movies, craze, MGR and all these things. I happened to catch an old movie once in television. Those days, Saturdays, television night, 11 o'clock, after 11 o'clock, they'll put old movies. So on Christmas Eve, those days, but today they stop already, those days, Christmas Eve, without fail, they'll put one movie, It's a Wonderful Life. I saw that picture. First time I was about 12 years old, standard 6. I was seeing that picture, I got carried away, The picture started about 11:15 and finished about 2:45 or 3 o'clock. I remember about 3 o'clock I went and slept, That film got me going, That was the first film that got me going. Then I used every Saturdays, because they don't know I'm awake, My father will be sleeping upstairs. There was upstairs there. Mother will be inside the hall and all that. So the television was in the hall, black and white TV one. So every Saturdays, without fail, I used to sleep in the afternoon a little while, then keep awake to watch the movies. Lot of black and white movies I caught there. That is what grabbed. So from there, Media Theatre used to run cheap matinee, 40 cents. Ticket 40 cents. Every Saturday and Sunday morning, cheap matinee. They used to show all that old movies, the Charles Bronson movies, the war pictures, Great Escape, all these Magnificent Seven, all that movies, 40 cents, I used to go and see. That's where the English picture, then I stopped seeing Tamil pictures, and I started seeing English pictures. From there, I saw all the old movies. Then I used to go to Odeon. Saturday they'll put midnight, and Sunday morning they'll put 11 o'clock show, where there won't be crowd. But new pictures, sometimes cannot get ticket. First 2-3 weeks all that time, those days you cannot get ticket. But the Saturday midnight you cannot get ticket, it will be full. But the Sunday morning 11 o'clock show, morning show, usually it will be empty one. I used to see all the new movies like that. That's how I saw. I think the first movie I saw was a British movie somewhere. Bret or somebody acted. That was in Odeon. Then slowly I started seeing one by one Walking Tall. I think I would have seen it about 20 times
Joe Don Baker.
Because that picture in 1974 was running in Odeon for at least close to 250 days. every month it was packed, Then they'll put last few days. They'll put definitely last few days. So, and if this picture is playing, no other picture will be playing, Cathay will be, some other picture will be playing. So once in a while, feel like it, take the bicycle. Those days the road will be empty all the way you go to, from my shop, you take the bicycle. The Golden City, there was a roundabout. You just take the roundabout straight up, you will come to Odeon. Very easy, by all cycling only I did. Then Federal Theatre, all these Confessions of a Window Cleaner and all these used to be playing in Odeon those days. Now, that was about 74, 75 lah.
Okay.
So I used to take the bicycle.
It's British.
British, exactly. That movies, the Carry On series,
right.
Carry On Abroad, Carry On, all this. After that came the Confessions. There was not a single movie you name me during from 72 to 85 that I wouldn't have seen. So those days were a bit more freer lah. When I used to be younger, that was in 1966, 67. They used to show X-rated films, in Federal. No, that time above
So
8.
that means what? Naked body only lah.
Yeah, no. Actual movies.
Breast lah, I know that.
All. No,
Sex also got, I mean.
just like soft porn lah.
Wow.
All the adults, my father will be talking to somebody else. They say this picture playing and all that. My father usually won't go lah. He's busy as hell. But the other people will see and sometimes come and say, no, Chinese, everybody, Malays, all will be packed. That time no haram thing and all that, because these people all that time was like a British era kind of thing. So, but the pictures strictly above 18. That means youngsters
Okay, you young fellas
cannot go. You cannot buy ticket and go. But there are people who churi and go lah. 16 years old, 17 years old. That particular time all when the censorship became stricter lah. Actually after May 13, 71 or 72 they started enforcing already. They said no more that kind of movies and all movies come in must be censored. But yet 72, 73 and all that, the pictures were a bit more free, Only this theatre was showing.
Yeah.
Golden City. This is the only theatre showing.
So everybody knows in KL.
They will bring in all the French movies and all that and show, But they will show the advertisement when they're showing previously before the film, they'll show certain scenes, that are eye-catching. But when you go to the movie, most of them will be missing. All snip already. Those days they used to show 10 Commandments in theatre. Every re-release, you see the crowd. The re-release, as in 5 years, 6 years later, once they'll re-release.
I remember I saw it when I was small.
10 years once they'll re-release Gone with the Wind. 10 years once they'll re-release Sound of Music, but it'll still run for 3-4 months, in spite of, because people cannot see it anywhere else, cannot see in TV. So generally if it's re-released, they'll start talking about it and everybody
So
will be...
television very boring those days, no movies.
no movies. So they'll be rushing, And see, like 10 Commandments those days, passed clean, but today it's banned. Because now the ruling is, because it's showing a different prophet, so we cannot show it. You cannot see in TV, this kind of things lah. They assume that people see means immediately they're going to get corrupted or what. No, but sometimes certain movies, not all movies lah, like you see American Pie, all these teenage movies, all that, maybe got a little bit of corruption in it lah. But some movies are eye-openers,
So
When you see, you learn something about olden times. Like Schindler's List, you see, no doubt there are scenes of naked people being tortured and all that, but you can imagine what these people would have gone through. In fact, I was surprised in 83 they showed Scarface uncut in Federal, where that time video overtook already. Video was booming. Theatres were all empty. Sometimes 1 people, 2 people sitting inside. That's where a lot of theatres closed down after 83. 84, 85 all major shutdown already. Then today Pavilion and Cathay is no more one. It's car park already. Demolished already. Cathay was one of the best theatres, once.
Why was that?
That was the sound and picture. The last picture they showed there was, I think, Independence Day, 1996. That was it lah. After that, gone already. Slowly taken over. Even the Sungai Wang, there was President Theatre upstairs. All shut down already. All because of video. During that time lah, 77, 78, I bought a projector lah, 8mm. But after buying it, actually it was a silent one, no sound. Films all in black and white.
Right.
Then later on, after a few times I was screening, then the school, somebody asked me to show in the school, Then after that I was showing this no sound film. Then later on I went to the place, the projector was about $300 lah. $300 to $400. That time quite expensive also. And somehow I managed to buy the color one lah, $300-400. Then the films all I'll buy lah 1 week, like 2 or 3. Sungai Wang, the Batu Road, all that camera shops, used to sell this, just like they sell videotapes lah. It'll be packed with it.
So you were showing in schools. For them, the big hall one, is it?
Yeah, big hall. They'll close all this and they'll just put a screen lah. Then I used to show lah, okay lah. But the sound system I used to fix to a big speaker lah. The speaker is upstairs. That speaker I left it upstairs. Big speaker. It's a magnetic speaker, but the sound is actually very loud. One small amplifier I'll fit it because the projector itself got one speaker,
Yeah.
That you can use in the house. It's loud enough. But for this you have to amplify it and take out.
How much did you charge them that time?
About let's say $100.
$100.
$80. Depends
good
lah.
income, good income. Once a month, isn't it? Once a week.
Sometimes Saturday, Sundays all people call lah. I start reading newspapers from the front, I like to read what is happening. They start from behind, so you understand lah where they are going. But movies they watch with me lah. They like movies, so my son will go with his friends and see 3D movies and come nowadays. I haven't been to a theatre it's for more than 10 years already. For past 10 years I think only 3 or 4 movies I would have seen in theatre. I just took my wife lah. I don't make noise lah. Just go. Then my son proposed one holiday last year, I think. Go for 2012. Then it was playing in Sentul Theatre, but I didn't enjoy that movie lah. I think that picture was overdone lah. 2012. Too overdone. The picture, disaster picture I really enjoyed was Towering Inferno. 70. That was a 74.
You just showed again before Christmas.
That was natural. That time you see in theatre, Federal Theatre, it looked grand, the picture. In fact, there are only 2 fire pictures, I tell you, I carry hands for. That one and Backdraft. Backdraft, the way he took it also, the fire scenes all are classic, the way they did it. The Ladder 49 and all that, all fire, tarapapala, no kick lah. I just hope everybody have a good living lah. Everybody do well lah. Better than me lah, of course. I want them to be better than me. Things like that lah. I should have maybe diversified long ago, I didn't do that. I just stuck to this. Then now I'm 52 already. So wondering what to do next. Where to go next. I have to keep on doing this lah. See how it goes. Something like that lah. Hope for Sentul, actually, like I told you, it's going to be a concrete jungle. Even sometimes I find it alien. Nowadays, the place looks alien to me already. It's too busy already lah. Very busy. Just going out, the traffic. See, they put up 3,000 people moved in already, that Bandar Baru. It's getting congested. They're building some more. So it's going to get worse. Healthy living I won't say lah. Now it's all fast food. No more clean air. Just have to carry on lah. That's why, like you said, heart got problem, you cannot see. But this one
You worry a lot.
they'll see the head, why this fellow's hair looks so ruffled. Maybe this fellow is disturbed lah. Hopes, what the hope? No lah, I'm just making up as I go along lah. Where I got hopes.
No long-term plan lah. You don't really sit down and think, okay, when will I retire? You work until you drop, right?
Retire, no lah. No, not to say work till drop. I feel healthy lah. I can work, no problem. Working is no problem for me. Only thing I don't have a EPF and all these things lah. I just worked all these years like this. Maybe I had a job or something. It will have different. 30 years, long time,